Now we turn our attention over to Tim Bigham, option strategist at Buy Alerts. Tim, good morning to you. How would you go about a trade here for Netflix today?
Yeah, I'm more taking a look at the fact that the stock has been really the best performer recently of any of the big cap names. Certainly it's not in that trillion-dollar market club by any stretch. And I think it'll have trouble getting there, even though the company's pointing to that. But into all these upgrades and ebullious, kind of outlooks by everyone, I'm getting a little less bullish, certainly almost neutral here. So I just like the fact that IV is still high even next week. We have earnings coming out after the close Thursday, which is kind of a strange period because you have the market close Friday. So could be, if you will, a little difficult to kind of play with it. You almost got to move out to the following week, which is what I'm doing. I'm just going out and looking kind of at the technicals. That $1,000 level still, to me, even with today's rally, looks like some resistance to the upside. The downside, somewhere just below the 900 level. So I'm selling an iron condor. IV is still inflated, getting, I think, overly rewarded for it. Selling the 1,005, call spread and selling the 870, 865 put spread for next week, getting well over $2.50 for that. So like the return on risk, if Netflix just kind of levels off here or pulls back, now have plenty of downside for it as well. And more importantly, have the ability post earnings next week to kind of move whichever spread is kind of working out well to defend the spread that isn't working out well. So if the stock rips the upside, buy back that short put spread, move it higher, bring in more premium. Conversely, if the stock gets torpedoed, move that call spread down, pick up more premium, reduce the potential risk. And if the stock levels off, you get the best of both worlds here.
Yeah, understood. And it's not just a short time ago. This morning, UBS reiterated the buy rating, and they have $1,140 target. I don't know if Netflix is a name that you watch and trade a lot. Also, your thoughts on the market, big picture.
Yeah, big picture, kind of almost the same as Netflix, and Netflix being, if you will, the best outperformer. But stocks certainly look like they put in a short-term low around that 5,000 level, to use the big round number on the S&P 500. But 5,500 here is some major resistance. I think, the rally may be looking to stall here. And I think stocks generally, valuations, given the uncertainty, need to come down even further. So even though we're getting into earnings season, I don't think this earnings season, the actual earnings will be important. It's more kind of the look forward, the guidance the companies give that really will be critical here. So same thing with Netflix. I think a lot of the upside we're seeing today will be tempered post earnings, and same thing with many stocks out there. So I look for the market to continue in this kind of big range, no change, bouncing between 5,000 bound into the downside on the S&P, and somewhere just a little bit higher is probably the resistance until further notice.
All right. Tim Bigham, option strategist at Buy Alerts. Thank you so much, Tim. Great to see you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
You bet. Anytime. Take care now.